Welcome back to Cities Skylines in the city of Damascus. It's been a long time, for me at least, since I last played, because the last time I've recorded an episode was actually in November, and we are back in January, so Happy New Year to everyone that's watching. And today I want to talk through a few things, a few changes, because some of the mods have been updated and these caused some issues and I had to change some things. So I think that'll be a good start, and then I will want to tackle one of the issues that we have. Actually, well, it's not the only issue, but mostly the only issue that we have, which is the need for more residential zone. If you look at the population at the moment, we have almost as many jobs available as the number of the current population. So we basically need to provide a lot more people to attend the demand. The reason why that happened is right here. You look into it. So with the new financial district, which is not finished, as you can see, there is a lot of empty spaces here. And what they need more people, but each of these buildings have 846 people on this one, 1,044 on that one, and so on. Like, that is a lot of people that can come and work around here. So this is one of the things that we will need to do. As you can see, we have some signs here and there about buildings being abandoned, and hopefully this will help us out. So I don't think we'll be able to achieve like a very normalized population at the moment, because as we add buildings, these will start to grow a little bit more, and that will require more and more people, and then these will demand more and more people, more residents again, and we'll have to go back and look at that all over again. But in doing this, I will reintroduce you. If you're new to the channel, you can see what my city looks like, what we have around here, how I do some of these things, and I will use the opportunity to walk you through some of the changes and to have chats about one or another items that have changed in here. I'll start with public transportation, and that's the reason why we are seeing a little bit more than usual traffic. Like in here, we have more cars over there. In this area, it's backing up a little bit as well, which is very unusual, especially in this area here. All this traffic, it's not normal. But what's happening is that, especially with, we've updated the improved cargo transport, I think. If we look at the mods that we have, we rebalanced industries, and now we have the revisit option in there. So this one changed a little bit how our industry works, and it's changed a little bit of the traffic as well. But what is actually really impacting the traffic is that I have to disable the effective transport manager or something like that. Improved transport manager, I don't remember the name of the mod, but the mod that we use for our public transportation. So if we look at what we have in here at the moment, we should see this, and if we open it, we just have vanilla, so no change in there. And that's causing basically chaos in the public transportation and the number of cars on the streets, and the traffic is actually going up. I say it's going up, we are at 83%. It's pretty good, but like there is a lot of red spots here and there. And I think if you look over here as well, we do have several red spots in here, over there, and everywhere. So this is not having like a pretty good effect in the city, but we are with vanilla public transportation. That's one thing to keep in mind. Now, to help us with the residential situation or the number of people that we have working or that we don't have in here actually. So one of the things I want to do is replace some of the zoning that we have in this area. I want to bring commercial to this side, but we can't have commercial now because we don't have people to work in there. So I will bring this back a little bit. I'll add more high density buildings over here. And I believe I will also bring this back a little bit. Is this all? Yeah, this is all covered now. This one I might leave, or let's see how noise is in this area. I think we can do it. I was like, what I'm afraid of is basically all the noise from these industries to get in there. But I think we might be alright. There won't be like a huge deal in there. Then in the middle of this area, we can do a little bit more of basically commercial. But commercial will be done later, I'm afraid. This is not something for now. I'll also bring a road all the way over here and get us a little bit more spacing at the back here. I think this will help a little bit and give us a little bit more buildings over here. I'll keep it there. What I'll also do, I'll remove the crossings as we always do in residential areas like that. We make it a little more realistic. We don't have crossings everywhere. We just do where we see a high number of pedestrians crossing or coming from one side or another. This one I forgot to remove, so let's go. I might keep it in there because I can't see anyone walking there, so maybe no. Like in places like these, we have a lot of pedestrian activity, so we leave it there. In this area as well, we leave it here. And this will, this will help them cross the road, really. So in this area, I'll probably speed things up as well, so we can get some of these buildings going up a little bit faster, and then we can hopefully manage the demand for this. I'll move around a little bit. I'll move back into Concord Woods because we do have some space in here as well. And what I want to do there is very much the same. You know what? This is a very quiet area. I think it'll be fine having those nodes very close together. It's not ideal, I know it, but I will give it a try. If it doesn't work for us, then we will change it. I might go all the way there as well and connect these over here, so they have other options to get in the area other than just the roundabout. And while we do this, we have to move some trees over there because they are in the way. So let's get them over here to the corner, and then let's remove all the pedestrian crossing from there. Okay, I left one left in here because I don't know if I mentioned, but I'm using node controller renewal. So I select that option, select the nodes, and then I use this option here, marking. You can remove the marking just from one side. So for example, if we look closely, let's say this one. If I remove this will just remove that, or I can remove all of them. This is still allow people to cross the road. As you can see, they're still crossing, but it just removes the marking. Now, if we go to somewhere that is a little bit busier, and let's say over here, I can see some people crossing in there. I'll use intersection marking tool, select that option, and then I'll hold Shift and click over here, like so, and we'll create a standard crossing over there for me. So you can change that. You can do double zebra, you can do parallel solid lines, you can do solid, you can do ladder, you can do chessboard. There's a lot of options here for you to use. So that is, in my opinion, pretty cool as well, and I quite like that. All right, so we have that in, and now we can also zone this area over here. I will go with high density. I'll just be careful. I will keep the trees over there, so no zoning on top of the trees. And there you go. And I think I might just do this over here. We will have that there and there, and we should be okay. This also gives access to the metro station from both sides, by the way, which is really good. Let me just see if we have some water in there. We don't. I'm glad I look at that. And probably reconnect this over here. Everything is covered and we should be all right. Now we have this corner over there. This is the area that we are working on. We had this area that initially was meant to be some warehouse. We are not using those in here, so no need for that. And I might just go and zone this area over here as well. What we need to do over here will be basically adding some more roads, and I think I'll use the one with the grass. I think that'll be all right for us. And I want to keep this area free over here because we may do some sort of park or something like that in here. I think that will actually be quite cool in there. Now over here, what I will do, I believe that this area on this side will be high density, and I'm not zoning in this area yet. I believe we can, I think I'll transition this. I'll grab this over here and might do this over there, might do this over here as well, and then in here I will do some high density. Just so you have, like in this area, you have a few spots with high density, and I might also do another one over here. I think that'll look interesting in there. And then over here, do we need service in this area? Let's take a look. We have some hospital or healthcare in here. We do have healthcare. I have a feeling that we might need more death care here than I think we're alright. Just change to the coroner's van because that looks really nicer. And we have fire station on this side, but I feel like we might benefit from another one over here. Let's do that. We have a tower like this. I don't think we do. We have one over here, but it's not doing us any favors in there. I might just do it over here just to see if that works a little bit better. There we go. All right, that works well. Now emergency service, police, namely, we have one over here. That might be more than enough for this area, to be honest, so I won't worry too much about this. And bank, do we have a bank? We do have a bank in here. That's a small area, so that's enough. Schools, we have elementary, we have 2 high schools in here actually. I think for now there will do. And some parks, we may need more parks in this area. We certainly do. So what I'll do, I may just do some dog parks. I think for now that will work. I might actually use these trees in our favor here, just to make sure that that's part of the park. The park was added later, so I think that will actually be nice. And do keep the farms in here, just because I think that looks quite nice actually to keep and make sure that we have like that transition between the old and new in there. The city grows from time to time, and we in some areas we can see how there was in the past. So this is abandoned, waiting for more people to come and work over here. That is, well, that is expected, I would say. And we're sick because of noise. How is the noise pollution in here? Yeah, it's pretty high because of this building. We'll see how this goes. We will wait, and if it doesn't do well, we may replace some of these buildings, or we'll see what else we need to do over there. In terms of population, we are now 146, still have 109,000 jobs. It's just like everything keeps going up. The more housing we add, the more jobs we also get. Now it's good, it's like shows that the city is working quite well, but well, it's also a problem when you have like so many people moving in at the same time and struggling to actually satisfy all the businesses. So I may do this over here as well. Problem with low density at this point is that they don't give us too much in the sense of population. I believe like it's 5 or 6 people per house. Yeah, we have 5 people in this household. We have 4 people on this one. And when you get power like this, you get 111 or a little bit more. So yeah, that's what we really need. Traffic will go up a little bit as well while everyone moves in, but that is, I guess, part of the deal. So we will definitely deal with that. Now it's good to see that the city is growing. We have our cargo airport in here. That's a small one, but it's working really well. So really glad to see that's all working out. How many flights on this one? We have 20 flights on this on this stand, and no flights on this one. Perfect. That's all you would want to see in here. Right. And well, where else could we add a few more houses? We have these prime lands in here that we haven't done much with this. And I think, yeah, we do have some space over there. The only, it's not a problem, but the only consideration here is that this is actually, I don't know if I go a road closer to there, or if this becomes just a park and we do some buildings over here. I think that's what I might do. I can do some buildings along the main road, and this becomes like a pathway that goes to there, and we have a greener area in there. And I won't do the parks right now. I think the goal this time around is to get people moving in, not actually detailing today, but it will happen eventually. And that is something that will change very soon in this area, because I have a big plan for all this area. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. That'll be really cool as well. And today I don't want to create any new areas yet, so we will see. So no demand for residential because everyone is already moving in, I should say. There we go. So what I'll do, I'll speed things up a little bit more using our play it. So at the moment we are at 0.7, and I will be back as soon as we get some of these buildings up. I'll probably do some detailing while we wait for that. So I'll see you in a second. This area grew quite a lot. It's still growing. Buildings are leveling up. Buildings are growing. I've done a couple more buildings in the middle there, of this high density now, and it seems like I had changed quite a lot to high density, and I even did some detailing over here as well. But I left this area because this is definitely commercial along the train station here. Noise pollution in there is quite high, and I think I'm lucky enough that no one's getting sick at the back there, so I'm keeping it that way. And now, that's not the only area that I've added more residential. So I came into here and added more in there. I've also added more over here, expanded a little bit further over there as well, and also changed some of these buildings around here to high density over there. And on the other side of the dam, I think I did, yeah, in here on the worker square, did some high density over there as well. Also, like, this wasn't enough, so I finally came in here in the financial district, and all this block here I've actually changed for high density residential, and it's not enough. So if you remember, the population was 148. Now we are at 164. For jobs available, we had 109,000, and now we have 110. I haven't done any single spot for commercial or industrial. I actually removed all this block here, and the numbers are going up. So quite challenging, but I think this would be a nice challenge to fix. And what I would like to do on the next episode, I mentioned at the beginning that I wanted to do something big in this area, and I think that's what I will do. My biggest plan in here, and something that I want to do since we start building on this map, let me change the camera around a little bit, was that a lot of these highways I want to be sunken highways. So especially in the middle here, you can see, like, clearly see how this cuts through the whole area and splits the suburbs. So for example, in here you have the amusement park. Doesn't seem like it has any connection to this to the downtown area, and then you have the financial district. You are cut off from the rest of the city from this. You have like this kind of river that we get here when it's raining, and this huge space in here is just like a waste of good land that we could create a big park or more residential as we need here. This area, like this, the Cove Place with the riverside, they should be one thing, like they should feel like one thing, and they don't. And this has been something that I've seen for a long time, and I wanted to change that. Now, in other areas, at least for now, we will keep that way. But on the next episode, we will sunken all this highway over here as well, and all the way to this area over here, probably past this junction, because the land raises a little bit in here. This is a little bit higher up than this, so I think that makes sense that we go on the ground there and get this all done. Probably the train lines and metros will still stay above ground. I think that'll be quite nice to keep seeing them going across the city, but the highways, we will sunk that. Big plan. This comes based on some things that I've read in the past, that most of these highways, they actually take very useful space, and they're just for cars. No one can use this. Pedestrians can't use that, cyclists can't use that, and there is a lot, as you can see, a lot of space just for one junction that we could basically put it underground and use this whole area in a much easier and smarter way. That'll finally bring all my downtown together, because I want to connect all of this and stop funneling traffic, for example, in here to cross to both sides, or on this one that we've created a couple of episodes ago, and this would be quite nice for us. But for now, I think that'll be all that we have for today. We've increased the population quite a lot, so almost 10,000 people in there, like almost, not that, but almost. But we also increased the number of jobs, which is, I don't know why, but I know why, because we still have like places for buildings to be built in there. So for the moment, this is all good, not a big issue, not a problem, and we can definitely fix that later on, especially in this area that I want a lot more high density in here. And then hopefully, given time, we'll have the mod for the public transportation fixed, and I can re-enable that, and then we'll get our public transportation working well again. Because I can see some traffic building up, and this is not good. So we can definitely fix that. But for now, thank you a lot for watching. Again, I wish you all an awesome year ahead, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
The weather's fine, but it's nothing I would miss. My only friends are the ones I left behind. Wish I could see them just for a moment, 'cause I don't know